Okay, so Hepburn Horsham, we're going to do the follow-up to that little instructional video that I did, and I certainly hope you go through that, and if you have any questions, please let me know, and so that we can clarify it. We're now going to do a 1-4-5 progression. Once again, everything, please, from now on, just use this and this one that are included in the email I have here. So we're going to play a 1-4-5 chord song, and that means we're going to be using the key of, in the key of A, we're going to use A, and the 4 chord is a D, the 5 chord is an E. And just don't be confused. If you want to make a chord, if you want to build a chord, you have 3 notes for a major chord. That's the first, the third, and the fifth. Mm-hmm. So the notes in an A chord are A, C sharp, and E. But we're playing chords now, not constructing a chord with notes. We're playing chords, and how do they relate to each other? And the closest relationship, as you know now from a couple years, is a 1, a 4, and a 5. So we have a 1 chord is A, that's the key that we're playing. It's going to be the major key, it's going to be the one that you hear the most, the one that sounds most at home, most at rest. And the D, which I'm making with an A shape here, right here, and an E, which I'm making with that A chord shape, this being the A chord up here, just with a shape behind the root note for an E, which is string 5, fret 7. Check it out and validate that that's an E note, or memorize that it's an E note. And so I have that as an E chord. So I have a 1, 4, and a 5, and you hopefully have 1, 4, and 5. And I also have a 5 here by moving this C7th, C, D, E, F, but there's my E right here. I'm putting, once again, string 5, fret 7, E note, and I'm building this E7th shape just as a template. It just falls in just like it would here. Same string to string relationship. My hands in the same configuration here for the C7th as it is down as an E7th when I make that. I'm going to show you one new chord here, and that's going to be an E that I'm going to make by holding, for the moment, just put your middle finger on string 5, fret 5. That's a D. That's the basis. It's going to be a D 9th that I'm making here. That's your middle finger on string 5, fret 5, the D, your index finger on string 4, fret 4, and F sharp, and then your ring finger on string 5, fret 5, which is an A, or excuse me, the C note, which is the 7th, and I'm just folding that down over string 2, fret 5. So I have a D 9th, and that's true D 9th because I have a 7th and a 9th in this chord. So try that chord, try to get comfortable with it, and we're going to go from 12 bar blues in D. Now it can be played a bunch of different ways, but probably the most classic is this. We're going to do 4 bars of D, 4 bars of A, and then 2 bars of D, and I'm going to count them out. And it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 for the first bar, or measure. Bars, the same thing as a measure. And then I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 4, meaning that that's the second, the third, the fourth, respectively, bar. So it would be just very simply 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4, to a D. 5, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, back to an A. 7, 2, 3, 4, 8, 2, 3, 4, down to a D. 3, 4, 10, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, or excuse me, I blew that because I was going to use this let me start that again, because I'm going to go to an E, which is over here. So I'm going to count that again. I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4 to a D chord. 2, 3, 4, 6, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then to a 3, 4, to an E, A, 2, 3, 4, E, 3, 4. Now, we're going to use these licks, and I want you to practice them expressively. Just going to use this little box down here, that little house box that I talked about last summer, and we're going to go from the flat third, that's a C on string 3, fret 5, to string 3, just slide right to that C sharp, which is the third of an A chord. We're playing an A major pentatonic. That's in the other, it's in the other video, and you should practice it and know what I'm talking about anyway. I'm only going to be using the first 3 strings. So I'm going, and I want you to just hit a couple strums, and I'm going to count this for you in a minute. And I'm making this F shape, the top of the F chord. Down here, I'm holding down for this A chord. The bottom of this chord right here, I'm using just the first 3 strings. Index finger over string 1, fret 5, index finger over string 2, fret 5, and then ring finger at string 3, fret 6. So it looks like the bottom of this barred A chord. So the first, I'm sliding string 3, fret 5 to fret 6, to string 2, fret 5, string 2, fret 7, and then A note to finish that off for this A chord on string 1, fret 5. So it's like that. That'll be the first thing that you do. You want to get it a slide, nice slide there, and then see, I'm actuating, I'm emphasizing string 1, fret 5, and kind of clipping it. Now you don't have to do that. You can accentuate that however you want, but accentuate it. Do something that makes it just not a dull note. I'm going, and then, and I want you to do it with, you can do this against your looper, which is fine, which is great. I want you to do that. But just so you get the chance of where you are in the chords, that's what this is about, where you are in the chords, because that's going to determine what notes are going to sound right and what notes are going to sound wrong, at least, especially starting off. And you should memorize what I'm giving you here and be able to play that to demonstrate the control that you can do that, which you need to develop as well. So I'm going, and then I'm strumming that, and I'll get that and counting this in a second. That's the first lick. The second lick, so I'm sliding down into that C sharp again, and then coming to string 1, fret 5. So that makes a 6. That's a 6th sound there, so that sound, you've heard that a million times. And then I go from that string 1, fret 5 to string 2, fret 7, and then string 2, fret 5, and then give it a couple strums again. Right? And so now we're going to go to a D chord, and I'm going to start the same thing, and I'm going to play the same thing. But now I'm going to play a D chord, first 3 strings, just the first 3 strings, which is index finger on string 1, fret 5, ring finger on string 2, fret 7, and middle finger on string 2, fret 7. What am I playing there? I'm playing the bottom of this chord. The first 3 notes of this chord, which is an A, moved down to here. I'm playing the bottom of that chord. Here's the full chord, but I'm only just playing this little bottom here, and I want you to get used to playing those little chords. We did the little this in the Mark Knopfler song, and I hope you saw the importance of that. Just picking off a chunk of a chord and using that. So, so we've got so far. And then to the D. And you hear the difference. It's a D chord. It's a different sound from what we just played with the A. Now we're going to come back to the A. And I'm coming here. Same thing, start, slide. Same thing, string 2, fret 5, the E, and the F sharp at string 2, fret 7, but then I'm ending on this E. Now I'm not ending on the A, right? It's an A chord, no, but I'm not ending on the A. We didn't end on a D when we just played the D chord either, right? Because there is no D in this major pentatonic A scale. So I didn't end on the tonic chord, and I know I always told you, like when you're getting started, just end on that tonic on whatever chord that you're in. Well, we're not here, so just to have that register. And then, same thing, but now I go to this E7, because we're at the E portion of this song now, right? And then come up to this chord that I just gave you. And make this chord. And what I'm doing there, as I'm taking this, I wanted to give you one little stretch thing here that you haven't done. I'm taking this D9, and I'm coming at string 2, fret 5, that I have covered with this, as I told you last night, very achy ring finger here. And I'm sliding that down to fret 7, string 2, and then going to string 1, fret 5, and then string 1, fret 7, and then I come back to finish with that A. So I'm here at the A, and that is string 1, fret 5, twice, string 2, fret 7. Okay, so now let's count that out. And I always do this with a little bit of trepidation, because I think I've seen over the years that students counting it like messes it up for them. It gets to, they're counting instead of playing. And it's a delicate balance you'll have to find for yourself, and we can talk about that next time. Hopefully you won't have trouble. But I'm going to give a little lead in for this song, because this song, that little lick, starts on the E7th. It starts on the and, 2 and. Starts on that and. I'll show that in a second. So if I give a little lead on this, I go from an E7th to a D7th, back to an A, to the E, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, at 1, 2, 3, and, excuse me. I'm counting that wrong for you. I want you to go, that's my fault. 1, 2, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what I'm counting it too slow. So I'm going 1, 2, 3. So we're going to count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, and 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 3, and 4, 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3. This one is on 3. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1. And I wouldn't even do the strum then, because 1 at the 2 and you're gonna start again. So you finish that and go 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. So you're going to count it that way. If you're going to count, you want to try to just kind of feel that, knowing that you're not starting on the first beat. See, you're actually ending on that first beat. See, I'm down here, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3 and 4, 1. That's the beat 1. And then you can put any kind, I'm giving it to you with straight strum, which is one of the reasons I have trouble counting that. Because I'm used to, it's kind of like a syncopated strum that you want to develop. You know, it goes a, that type of a thing. Just develop that yourself. But starting off, you want to do it straight and just keep everything in order. Just go 1, 2, you're here. 2 and 3 and 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 and 3 and 4. 1. Like that to get yourself started. Once you get into that, just try to drop that crutch. Try to drop that crutch of counting it, and you can keep that crutch if you want it. Do whatever works. But ultimately, you know, just try to feel like when you're coming in, and you're actually counting it subconsciously anyway. So that's it, except for one thing. We have a D chord down here, right? If I move this E chord, if I move that down and make that E shape behind string 6 fret 10 down here, that's a D, and the bottom of that looks like this A chord up here. And if I move it down, I have an E. So how about if you do this? See, I'm coming down to the A. Here's an A, 5 frets down, string 2, said that in the other video. Here's an A, so you can go. However, and so it would be. Okay, there's a D, right? So I just went, and I went up here, string 3 fret 6, slid that down, and then just came right back. Slide down, string 3 frets, string 2 fret 5, back to string 3 fret 6, and slid down here, and then just made this little formation, string 3 fret 11 with my middle finger, string 2 fret 10, that's an A note, you know that, right? That's an A note there, and that's in a D chord, here's the D chord, and so I have these two, and I just kind of, however you want, just to comp time. So you would go, however you want to play that, and then come back up. And then for the E, can you sense the same thing will work? I'm going to go. So I'm just sliding in. I'm making those notes lively with my finger, with just vibrato here. So you, instead of playing this, try this. However you want to fill that time, you're just counting the time. And then, same thing. And slide that down to the D, and then I come back to the A. Now I'm going to go to the E, but that same formation here, I go, and I'm hitting these and giving vibrato, and then I'm coming up ahead of this and sliding into it. See, that's why that sounds the way it does. And then I'm going up, farther up here, it doesn't matter where, somewhere here, and just sliding into those two notes, the A at string 2, fret 10, and the F sharp, correct, at string 3, fret 11. So I'm just going to play those slowly for you and get to work, right? So learn this note for note, and then you can start to explore all you want from there, because that's what we're going to be doing. But I promise you, we get away from this little section at the end of this lesson, and we are. So here's how it would be the first way. A, D, A, E, now the second way, I'm just going to do I won't even do the ending, just play the same ending, but I'm going string 3, fret 6, and then string 2, fret 5, same fingering, and then I'm at string 2, fret 7. I'm going to slide that down to fret 10 on same string, obviously it's a slide. So, and then back to the A. Any way that you want to do that, okay? So give that a try, and as I said at the Zoom session, really concentrate on phrasing, concentrate on vibrato, concentrate on the slide, making it sound more interesting than just make it alive, okay? Have a good time with it. See you next Zoom session.
And sincere apologies from the camera woman for dropping the camera. My hand is fried. Okay, bye-bye.